Hey there everyone, Mary Pittman here from Fitness Alliance International and welcome to Food Friday. So today's discussion is more of a nutrition point than a recipe, I suppose, and we are talking about hydration. Now, a lot of the time I hear people talking about, oh, I drink a lot of water, I drink this many liters a day, I'm always drinking water. Unfortunately though, hydration isn't only about how much you drink, it's how much your body is actually able to use. So the body uses water as a lubricant in respiration, which I'm going to go into a little bit further, and detoxification. Now it uses it in all sorts of body processes, chemical reactions, all that sort of thing throughout the body and in the brain. So starting off with lubrication. So it's really important that you hydrate, not only drink water, but sip water, not guzzle it during a workout while you're exercising of any kind. So whether it be weights, whether it be walking out in the streets, walking through the mall, any kind of movement that you do, because what it does is it lubricates the muscles and the fascia, which is the skin over the muscles, the coating of the muscles. So it's more able to slide over adjoining stuff, basically. So make sure it's able to move fluently, and so that's where the stiffness sometimes comes from in the morning, because you're dehydrated. You haven't drunk for 6 to 8 hours, you haven't had any fluid for 6 to 8 hours, you've been sleeping, but your body's still been functioning that whole time. So a really good thing to do to start your morning basically is have a nice glass or two of water, a few hundred milliliters, sometimes up to a liter, just to start your system going again, flush it out. If you need to hit the loo, go for it. Now that's one big challenge a lot of people have with drinking more water, is they're like, oh, I'll be on the toilet all the time. No. What actually happens is obviously it takes some time for the water to process through your system, but if you are going to the toilet a bit more, that's a good thing, because what's happening is it's showing you or helping your liver and your kidneys function a lot better, because it's flushing them out, it's flushing out all your other systems as well, including your circulation. Now, as far as circulation goes, what water does in the blood, what fluids do in the blood, is basically it pumps it up. It actually helps you decrease your blood pressure. So by drinking more water, your blood pressure actually comes down just a little bit, just because there's more fluid. Now, in that also, it helps you become less lethargic during the day. Now, if you're drinking a little bit more water, you may feel a bit less cloudy-headed, and you'll have a bit more energy, because what it's doing by thinning the blood is allowing the blood to flow more smoothly and easily through your blood vessels. So it's not pushing as hard, or your heart isn't pumping as hard, so your body's not working as hard. Now, respiration. Now, that's not quite perspiration. Perspiration is more the sweat side of things. You are sweating all the time, but most of the time your body's in more of a balance with the environment, because it's able to evaporate the sweat as a cooling agent more readily, more easily than if you're in a more intense activity level. So respiration is basically your body functions. So enabling you, as I change hands, enabling you to function on a normal level. Respiration is your breathing, is your bodily functions. So your body is constantly going, and water is used, like I said before, in the chemical reactions within the body. It helps lubricate your brain, helps you think a bit clearer. So if you're feeling a bit stale, you've hit writer's block or other terminology like that. So what you do, you take a drink of water, give it a few minutes just to work its way through the system just a little bit, and you'll find that your head clears up, and you're able to think a little bit more clearly. Now, also on the perspiration side of things, you've got the detoxification. So what sweat does is it actually helps. So as you exercise, let's rewind just a little bit. As you exercise, Your blood vessels are brought closer to the surface of your body to help cool the blood. So they're closer to the skin surface, which is why some people will turn red and some people will get a bit more pumped up. So you'll see their veins popping out of their arms or out of their legs as they're working out. That's basically the blood vessels coming closer to the surface of the body in order to cool the blood. Now, sweat helps with that by actually removing, so as the fluids pump through the body, they detoxify the blood, and as it comes closer to the surface, the sweat actually brings those toxic chemicals, toxins, also closer to the surface and removes them through sweat, through the pores of the body. So just remembering that the skin is the largest organ in the body. It's, what's the phrase? It's not a barrier, it's a carrier. So it carries things into the body. It also carries things out of the body. So it stops molecules that are too big to get through the pores from getting in. So it protects you in that sense. But it also carries all the smaller things, the smaller toxins, the gases, things like from deodorants, body lotions, shampoos, all that kind of thing that we use on an everyday basis. It also carries small toxins like that into the bloodstream, unfortunately, that are necessary to be removed. So by sweating more, you're actually helping your body detoxify, which is where some people use saunas. So detoxifying the body, helping flush the system, drinking a little more water, and doing that sort of thing. So just remember, hydration is key. It's not just about how much you drink, it's about how much you use, because it's being used for a whole lot of things. So that's me for today. Food Friday. Mary Pittman from Fitness Alliance International, and I'll see you next time.